The views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the network or anyone affiliated. There will be mature and possibly immature content. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. As a matter of fact, I probably wouldn't listen at all. It's very poorly produced. Take me to your leader.
Welcome to the Monster Castle Radio Show. For the extreme paranormal listener. And here is your host, the Wolfman, Mike.
Oh yeah, oh baby. Yeah, here's the Wolfman. How's it going, everybody?
Fitzgerald Sam.
Yeah. This is where the extreme paranormal, where all the real freaks hang out. All right. Yeah. Can you dig it? Fantastic, baby. Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Let's check out Twitter. What's going on? All right. MonsterCastleParanormal.com. You can see us. Our chat room's at hashtag 47talk. On Twitter, hashtag 47talk. Yeah. Check it out. Chat room on Spreaker. How's it going, Adam? Are you there?
I'm here, yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, and you?
What's new? I'm okay.
Lots of stuff.
Pretty good, actually. It couldn't be better.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't be better. Apocalypse, are you there too? He was there earlier. Where's the little robotic fucktard?
Arigato, Mr. Abato. Where art thou?
Your levels are a bit low. But it's okay.
How am I now?
That's better. Yeah, our guest hasn't called me in yet. So I'm going to try phoning him.
Sounds good.
I got his number here somewhere. Okay. In the meantime, why don't you tell everyone about your... Unless you got any news. Because you got a new website, and I know you're dying to tell anyone about it. Okay, let's see what's going on here. There was a shooting, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was talking about?
Yeah, the Las Vegas shooting, the ridiculous amounts of people killed and whatnot, yeah.
How many people got killed now, total?
The last I saw was 59.
Holy shit!
And 518 people injured.
And who did it? Or who's taking? I'm
It was,
echoing, by the way.
It was some guy, I can't remember.
Why did he do it?
It was Dan Lee.
Did he say why he did it?
No, he shot himself.
Oh, wow. Was he a Muslim extremist?
No, he's I'm not entirely sure on that one, but
Oh, you don't know much about it then? Okay. I don't either, really, to tell you the truth. So, anyways, I get so much for that. Great news, man. We're awesome. Yeah. So much for that news. Okay. There was some other news that what was it now? I got something. Hang on, I'll find it. I do have something. It's where the fuck is my feed? Damn, it's gone now. It was a article about there was some new information about Tabby Star, but I didn't read it yet. But anyways, there is some new information if you look into it about Tabby Star. Now, what do they call that one? The actual name for it?
no idea.
Tabby Star. Here it is. The alien. Yeah. 1 day ago, I found it. Science alert. Here it is. Yeah. Okay. Mysterious has been confounding astronomers since the 2015 discovery. Her name is Tabitha. Yeah, okay. I'm skimming through it to find what's new here. What is the new part about this? Oh, Jesus. Okay, somebody's calling. Okay, hang on. We got a call. Right on. I think this is Ron.
Awesome.
Hello.
How you doing? Everybody?
I'm good. How are you doing?
All right. This is Wolfman Mike. Everyone, this is
Wolfman.
Ron. This is Ron Fitzgerald, everybody. Right on.
Hey there.
Okay, hang on.
Greetings.
Greeting. You got to wait here. They're gonna clap. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
I knew they'd clap. I knew they would. Sometimes I got to kick them or electrocute them in order to clap. Yeah, but so yeah, Ron is an illusionist, a Gothic style illusionist. He's got a movie out that he just made. What's your buddy's name? You made it. Yeah.
With Vincent Bellagio?
Yeah, and it's called Dark Realm.
Dark Realm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people can find it. It's on Amazon Video right now. It's part of Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch Dark Realm for free. So put it in your watch queue and check it out. It's perfect for like Halloween and stuff like that. It's a really cool, weird, different movie because it's a mashup of a couple of different genres. It's live performance because I'm doing a lot of the movie is me performing my Gothic illusions and horror themed illusions live on stage, coupled with a horror film narrative. So it's a horror film and it's a performance film. And it's a little bit of an art film too because it's cool and weird stuff in it. So and the music's really good. We're about to launch on Monday the Kickstarter for the Dark Realm soundtrack, which is really exciting because small indie horror films and stuff don't have the money and a lot of them don't have the caliber of music that you can make a soundtrack out of, and they certainly don't have that in the budget to do anything like that. So we were really lucky to have great stuff, great music, and I had a lot of indie artists, but all of this particular soundtrack is done by the band, the LA-based band House Made at Dawn.
Wow.
And they did our whole soundtrack and the score. Yeah, it's really cool stuff. It's kind of like, alternative goth, industrial sounding.
I heard it, yeah. I could probably play a clip of it here. It's amazing, guys. Yeah, it's really cool.
Thank you.
And, yeah, I get a lot of indie bands on my show, too, so...
yeah, I would think so, right? Yeah, it's good. It's fun to have cool music on.
Yeah, but yeah, the music is very dark and heavy, and it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
because usually when I'm performing, I'm using a lot of like big name artists. I Manson and Rob Zombie and Bowie and goth artists like the Sisters of Mercy and Jedsey and Susie and the Banshees and things like that.
Yeah.
And of course I couldn't with a small film and that kind of budget, you can't afford to license big name music like that. So we went in and I had to redo every bit of music because it's music heavy with all the live performance aspect of it, as well as the score and the music used in the rest of the film. So I had to go in there and get really good music to go in and replace really good music. so we really lucked out because House Made at Dawn came back and the stuff's just it's really awesome. It's even getting mentioned in the reviews, and that was the first clue that we had that I mean the audience had already responded to it, but when the critics and the reviewers started to respond, to the music and House Made at Dawn by name, we knew we really had something going on there.
Yeah, man. And in the movie, your character, he starts having paranormal events happen to him during he's doing this magic show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's almost like he's having delusions, or there's a paranormal influence where he is, it gets to be kind of surreal, where he's not sure at one point or another, which was fun to play with, especially in a film of illusion, what's reality, what's real, and what's not.
Mm-hmm.
He starts to kind of, my character starts to kind of lose touch with that, and I thought that was a really interesting theme to play with, especially in a movie that's filled with illusion. Yeah,
man. And so, like, you got like naked women on your show too, don't you? And blood.
In the movie, there is. Yeah, I mean, it's a staple of indie horror film, and I love women and very much appreciate the feminine form. So yes, like any good indie film, there's some boobs and some blood in my movie. And Dark Realm. It's for the big kids. This is not your grandma's magic show. This is
naked women and blood and guns. Yeah.
It is. There's some cool stuff in there, and there's some nudity in there, and I have, I've worked in burlesque. I've hosted burlesque and performed in burlesque and everything with a lot of, scantily clad ladies, and done other projects with, some photo and other movies. I mean, there's another movie that you can find on Amazon Prime that I star in that it's on Amazon Video. It's not the other ones. This one I'm talking about now is not part of Prime like Dark Realm is. This movie is called Magus, and it came out around 2008. It's by writer-director John Lachago, and that's got some wonderfully provocative stuff in there. There's one particular scene that everybody always asks me about after they see Magus. They always come up to me afterwards and go, "Can you really do that?" And they'll be, once you go look at Magus, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Is Nagus like N-A-G, like Nagus?
M-A-G-U-S, exactly.
Oh,
yeah. Nothing to do with the movie from the 60s, The Magus, just Magus. And it's about a secret society, an underground of magic users, which are basically these people that can manipulate energy, the energy of the body and the energy around us, and of course giving them powers.
This sounds very
that sounds slightly familiar,
and my
doesn't
character,
it,
he's been locked away. He breaks out of the asylum and he goes off to kind of lay waste to anybody in his way, and and he wants to take over and expose this underground world so he can just kind of openly use his power as he wishes and as he wants. And he's the Magus, and so I get to play the big bad in that movie, and it's really it's fun. The special effects are amazing in that thing. There's like over 300 visual effects. We're shooting lightning at each other and stuff like that. It's very, very cool. And John specifically wrote that film for me because he liked the way I moved on stage, and he knew that with the visual effects that I could move, when I'm, throwing lightning at someone, or doing whatever effect he had written in, that all I had to do was see the storyboard, and then he liked the way I moved on stage, so he knew I could do that for the film. And so it was really fun and very exciting that he wrote the part for me, and then to actually do it. And it's a really good film. And it's just, it got a good video release, and then they keep talking like it's gonna, wind up on cable, a movie channel or something at some point, and they're still working on that deal. But it's really good. It's really worth it. So it is out there streaming on Amazon as well. Go check out. It's well as Dark Realm.
Nice. And wasn't there one other movie that something?
On Prime, the Arkham Sanitarium movie.
Was one other one?
Is that the one you're thinking about? Or are you thinking about the other one?
There's another one too that I heard about. Something.
An older one. There's one. Well, the first film I did is called The Item, and it's really cool and trippy and weird. It's like an art exploitation film, is the way they describe it. And it went to the Sundance Film Festival, went to Toronto. It did film festivals around the world, and then got a big release. And this is like 2001. It went to Sundance a little before that in '99. It was my first film. And it's pretty good. You make your first film and all of a sudden it's at Sundance and stuff like that. It's pretty exciting. And we got to go to Sundance and see some screenings and things like that. And the people at Sundance described The Item like this. They said, and I quote, it's like Quentin Tarantino on acid.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
And so if Quentin Tarantino on acid is your particular twisted cup of tea, check out The Item. It's out there as well. I'm not sure what platforms it might be on or where you can find it. I know Netflix, if you still get the actual DVDs from them. I don't know that it's on streaming, but they do have the DVD that you can rent if you're still getting DVDs from Netflix. And I'm not sure where it's streaming at this point. It might be on Amazon. You'll have to do a search for it. But The Item would be another good trippy film. And I'm in another one I have a small role in Arkham Sanitarium Soul Eater, made by Julian Grant, and that was made here in Chicago. And it's a really fun romp. It makes fun of the found footage genre, and it's all steeped in Lovecraftian legend and lore, and that's a very cool movie, and that's part of Amazon Prime Video.
So, as a strange kind of dark individual myself, I'm kind of wondering if you've ever done anything like shoot lightning for real, or is it all? Have you ever done anything like that for real?
Not for real. I mean, I am a guy, I have seen some stuff I cannot explain, and I am fascinated by the paranormal and ghost hunting and all that. And in fact, tomorrow I'm going to be a guest at and then performing at the Chicago Ghost Con at the Brower House, which is in Lombard, Illinois. And so I'm fascinated by that, and I've seen some stuff that I really couldn't explain. I've seen some amazing things, and some people who just knew some things and could know some things about you that there was no other way to explain. I mean, I've seen it, and I'm an illusionist. I know how these things are done theatrically, how they can be faked by people. And it's pretty obvious sometimes how that is. And even when you're watching, a ghost hunting show, and it's something simple like, hey, did you hear that? What was that noise? And I'm like, well, it's your producer throwing a rock at the wall, so you can say, what's that noise? But then sometimes there's actual stuff happening that's really interesting and doesn't have any sort of simple explanation of, well, this is clearly not real. And it's open, to interpretation, I suppose, sometimes. But there are sometimes things people have had experiences, and I certainly have as well, of things you just could not explain. You're just like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, like a drawer flying out of a dresser right across the room by itself. Exactly. Things
like that. I mean, I had an experience where, at one point in my, long ago, my health was not well. I was, doing a lot of medical stuff and everything. And I had an experience one night where I saw this I don't know, a specter, that looked like, what you would think of as death. It was floating at the end of my bed, above the bed, and it was a dark black shroud, going off into the, flapping into the distance behind it, and its head came up, and it was skeletal, and its hands were outstretched, and they were skeleton hands, and it just hung there, what it seemed like for a very long time.
Jeez.
And then it slowly started to move up above me. Yeah, well, I took a swing at it and wound up on the floor next to the bed. It was gone, and my girlfriend woke up, and it was just, and it was just like, it was just that experience. Never happened before. Never
paralyzed?
happened since.
Were you paralyzed? You tried to scream and you couldn't even make a noise? Were you like that?
There was kind of a bit of that. Yeah, you're just sitting there staring at that, and and one is I'm just kind of fascinated by it. And as it hung there, at the foot of the bed, it didn't seem, I was more fascinated by it than kind of anything else. And of course, you're kind of in a state of readiness and alarmed by it because it's like, what is this? But I'm more fascinated by that. It wasn't until it started to move up closer to me and closer to my face, and up hanging just above me in the bed. And as it started to move towards me, that's at the point where it was, the fight or flight kicked in, and I took a swing at it. And it.
Oh my God! You took a swing at it.
Yeah. I did. I tried to hit it. I took a swing at it and rolled. I swung so hard it rolled me right out of bed onto the floor.
Holy shit!
Yeah. It was weird. It was a weird experience, but I can't explain that. And that's what I mean. That's one of those things. I mean, I'm an illusionist. I know how things are fake. This was not, this is just me in bed late at night, nothing going on, not on any sort of meds or in anything where, would cause that kind of hallucination. Had never had anything else around that time that was anything like that or before or since. So it was really, really that kind of, paranormal experience. And I can't say what it was. I know what it looked like it was, and what everybody interprets it to be is, as looking like death. But, it's just one of those things, and you can't explain that, and that's that experience that I actually had. And it just kind of fuels my fascination for all of that. And that of course is because what I do on stage, is theatrical magic. It's theatrical illusion. It is the representation of supernatural powers and things like that, and foregoing nature and the elements and controlling those in what would seem to be a supernatural kind of way. It's all the influence, the impetus, the things that that I use as creative fodder for the show. It's all horror and the supernatural and and a lot anything all of what I would call that you seem to be into too is dark culture. Anything dark culture like that, all of that it inspires my show and my performances.
Well, that's awesome, then. Like, I do actually.
It's cool looking. Nobody else is doing it, and I got that little weird corner of the illusion world all of myself, pretty much.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
cool.
other guys that do spooky stuff, but not quite like what I'm doing.
When you I've seen this orb thing trick you do. That one interests me. That you're really damn good at that one. That one's got me. I don't know. I don't know how you do that.
It's it's one of those things that the audience goes away talking about.
Yeah.
That and when I'm eating razor blades and stuff like that. But certainly the orb, the ball.
Now the razor blade one, I think I figured out the razor blade one.
Yeah.
I think I've got that one figured out, but I'm not going to tell anyone because I'm pretty good.
Okay. Well,
I'm a stage performer
knows something
too.
Here and there on that, but yeah, I mean, yeah. So you may know. Everybody, because everybody's had it seems like at one point a magic kid or had some sort of experience with magic. So some people know, or have an idea of methodology more than other people.
Oh, I had a
my
magic
whole thing
kid.
is to keep it interesting and entertaining. So the question to ask is not how I'm doing it, but why I'm doing it.
Yeah, I seen a guy eat light bulbs one time. And I found out later that that was actually real, that they really do eat the light bulb. Is that true?
It didn't taste
Yeah,
like crackers.
yeah. What they do is it's a thin glass. So what they can actually do is actually chew it down to almost a fine nature, and they all actually swallow it. Yes.
That's
The
what
thing with that is and don't try this at home if you're listening. Don't run out and try any of this. But the thing they have to be careful of there is to use a non-frosted light bulb, because the coating on the inside of the light bulbs with the frosted bulbs are toxic.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you need a light bulb that is got clear glass in it, just glass. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I understand. And so and I haven't done that. I haven't done any actual glass eating in the show or anything. But the razor blades seem to disturb people nicely. So I
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's quite disturbing. And even you cut yourself a couple times on stage when you're doing that trick. So they are there's no doubt that they're real.
Yeah.
They are no doubt real razor blades.
Well, they are. They're real razor blades, and that I guess nothing demonstrates that better than when I actually nick myself showing that they're real to the audience, and I cut myself a couple of times pretty good on stage with those.
Yeah, I've seen the one on YouTube. Actually, if you want to see Ron's stuff on YouTube, just go to YouTube and just punch up Ron Fitzgerald, and then you'll find it right away. He's got a whole bunch.
If you search under my name, because there's a bunch of different videos under different people who have posted them, and I'm trying to get a lot of things consolidated under my own channel, and that's in the works right now. But you can see the Dark Realm trailer. You can see me eating razor blades. You can see me on I've been on WGN television. That's been that goes out on cable across the country, and you can see some of those appearances are up online as well.
Oh, and the music video. The music video was really good.
There.
I really liked the music video, but what band was that again?
Oh, yeah. By the Panics. Yeah.
That's it.
That turned out really cool, didn't it? I mean, I have a lot of people that really love that. I'd love to see more music video where they don't,
I even liked the music. It was great. Yeah. It's by the way, it is time for us to have a break right now. I usually have one every half hour. And after that, I think I got someone down in the dungeon that would like to talk to you, and his name is Igor.
That would be awesome.
So I'm going to open the dungeon door, and Igor is going to come up, and I believe he wants to speak to you. He loves you, eh? You're his hero, apparently.
Well, then I definitely want to talk to Igor.
Yeah.
Perfect.
By the way, he thinks you're his master. For some reason,
fine.
He thinks you're
I
his
am
master.
some people's master. It all depends on what context you speak of.
Well, he's got it in his head because you call yourself Master Ron, and he was watching you, so he said, "He is my master." That's it. You're his master.
Well, thank you, Igor. I can't wait to talk to him in a little bit. Then this is going to be great.
Yeah, this is going to be great, man. Let's see. We're going to be right back, folks. We're going to find something to put on. I don't have anything planned at all. So maybe we'll just do some dancing. All right. Dance for a while, everybody. Jump up and down. Go crazy. All right. No. Actually, no. Let's not dance. No. Nah. Let's not do that. How about, we'll put, I'll put my hippie jingle on.
Monster Castle, paranormal, radio, Monster Castle, paranormal, digital radio.
We're still on break right now. That's Adam's song. Pretty cool guest, eh? Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention Rachel Ozzy Jarvis. You gotta mention.
Are you guys still there?
Oh, I wasn't even muted. Hey, all right. Rachel Ozzy Jarvis, shout out to you, and thank you so much for the guest we have tonight.
Yes, thank you to Rachel. Yeah.
She was going to come on, but I guess she fell asleep.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a
That's
hold of her.
not good.
Trying to get a hold of her, but
Don't you have the shock collar on her so you can just kind of push a button and shock her back into
it's
the
kinda like
waking world
that.
while you're on the air?
it's kind of like that, but it's a little different. It's hooked to a certain area of the body, and it works.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. You know, where you can send a text and just make somebody very happy. I like that a lot.
Yeah, she likes it too. She really likes it. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, yes, and so we'll have to send her a special thank you on the air, and then we'll message her later. But yes, she's the one that set all this up and sent me your way. So thanks to both of you.
All right. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm gonna open the dungeon.
Excellent. Open the dungeon.
Yes. And here he comes.
Hello. Master Ron? He's Master
Igor.
Hey, Master Ron. You like blood.
Hello, Igor.
Do you like blood, Master Ron? I like to dissect.
Oh, yeah.
I like to dissect things. It makes a lot of
Dark,
blood.
sticky fun.
I like to play in the cemetery. Is that okay, Master Ron?
Yes, it is. We all like to play in the cemetery and the graveyards.
Do you have a dungeon? Do you have bodies? Do you have bodies in the dungeon?
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering.
Always make sure you bring a shovel.
Are you a real vampire, Master Ron?
Well, I give good vampire in movies, so kind of. And I do like to nibble on certain people. So yes, in a certain way, yes.
Do you drink blood?
Oh, excuse me.
Have you ever eaten worms and eyeball soup?
Wait, do I keep what?
My favorite is worms and eyeballs soup.
It's one of my favorites. Like Hannibal Lecter and Vincent Price, I like to cook a little bit. So yeah, that kind of, some sort of bloodworm soup sounds delicious.
Good. You can come to the castle and come downstairs. I have worm and eyeball soup for you. I think you will like it.
Yes.
And then we can electrocute somebody.
Excellent.
Okay, come down to the dungeon.
Master Ron, he wants you to go down there with him. Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's go down there.
Going down into the dungeon.
All right, down to the dungeon. We are going down to the
Down there with the cages and the Iron Lady and the rack and the spanking bench down in the dungeon. Absolutely.
It's a laboratory,
Search
actually,
my
man.
screen.
Far out.
The lab. Nice.
It's my laboratory. I have one person in here. Hello, doctor. How do you do? Yes, the doctor is here. But yes, just shut up. You shut up. This lady, shut up. She has to shut up. Don't look at that lady. She has to shut up. Okay.
Make her talk.
I don't know. We try to get information. Will you tell us the information, lady? She tried to do some. She said she was a witness. It's something of Jehovah or something, and I don't believe this. I think she's trying to take me to court, so I'm going to electrocute her.
We must extract more information.
Speak! Tell us why you did this, lady! Can't get her to talk. I guess I give up. She's just not talking anymore. She's not moving much.
Maybe more electricity. Maybe that'll bring her around.
I don't know, man. I think we better get out of here, man. It's starting to stink down here. Let's go back up, man.
Maybe. Well, you got to be careful. Too much electricity, and they start to smell like bacon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, screw this. Let's get out of here, man. Yeah, screw this, man. Bye, Igor. Yeah.
Thank you, Igor.
Yeah, that was all right, man.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah,
he really likes
absolutely. I like to visit the dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice and roomy down there, isn't it? Full of amazing things.
This is Adam, by the way. I don't know that you're hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little quiet, though. You're a little quiet, Adam. If you can turn up a little bit. So for people just joining in, this is Ron Fitzgerald. He's an illusionist, a gothic style magician and illusionist and actor.
An actor.
Yeah, and he's very quite fantastic, and it's brilliant. It's a brilliant show.
Thank you. You really would like it. That's one of the reasons I made Dark Realm is so more people could see the show. It was kind of like taking it on tour without actually, taking it on tour. We could get out there further. It's almost like, when somebody had done their own illusion special on television or something, only I made a movie out of it that's a horror film because that's what I do. So I got to do both things at once and roll them into one project. And it also got it out there where more people could see the work, more people could see, what I was doing with the show and everything. And it's having some really good success. More and more people are discovering it, especially now that it's on Amazon Prime. And, people are really digging the show. If you like dark culture, if you like Halloween, if you like, the gothic industrial, subculture and all this dark, sticky fun that we love, then, it's totally the kind of illusion show for you.
Yeah, man. I think we got a caller here too. Are you into taking a call?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, it's Madness Dipper Warrior. You're on with Ron Fitzgerald.
Hey.
Do you got a question
Hello.
for the guest?
No, I just called in. I didn't know it was going to be one of those.
Oh, no, this is a guest show this time. So you got to come up with a question or else tell Ron. Oh, she just hung up. She didn't need to hang up.
Oh, she bailed, huh?
Yeah.
You can call us back. You didn't have to bail. It's all good. I'll chat with you.
You're listening. I know she's listening in. So if you're listening and you come up with a question, just call back. But you could have just said hi. I didn't mean you had to hang up.
Right.
That's all good.
I would say he doesn't bite, but I'd be lying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do bite, but it's we're on the radio, so she's safe. It's
Yeah,
good.
it's new.
Unless she doesn't want to be safe, then you
Well-
need somebody in closer proximity to bite.
Well, I do electrocute my collars.
Ooh, I like this. See, I knew there was a reason I came to hang with you on the show.
Yeah, if we don't, see,
Executions
maybe
tonight.
that's why she hung up right away, because she was scared that she screwed up and she was going to get electrocuted.
Well, there has been a lot of electrocution talk tonight, so maybe that's why she bailed. She thought, wait a minute, I've lost this round, I'm out of here.
Well, that's Igor's specialty. If I call him up and if it's a caller that we don't like, he sends a really nasty shock through the phone system, and it goes right into the caller. Yeah.
I like this.
It's magic.
We should, Igor needs to make an app so we can just electrocute any sort of telemarketing or anything like that gets
Oh,
on our
it could be
phone.
automatic.
You know?
As soon as they try to, their ears will fuck, their heads will fucking blow up.
Yeah, I love it.
Mind-blowing awesomeness.
Oh yeah, we could do that. It'd be like, it'd be like this.
I love it. It's like scanners, but all over, right over the phone. I love it.
Yeah. It just, their head starts stretching, and then it pops.
And then bloody chunks for everyone.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
It's
And the blood runs.
awesome.
Yeah,
Bloody
and then
awesome fun.
the blood just keeps on running.
Lots of blood everywhere. Yeah, we love it. Yeah. Blood is good, yes. Stretching heads, blowing up heads. Oh, that one really blew up.
Holy shit.
Oh,
It
yeah.
blowed up real good.
Oh, yeah.
Real good.
Yeah.
Yes, you like that.
Oh, wow. Igor is really doing some damage down there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. She
He is
can't.
ready for action in there tonight.
Uh-oh. She says somebody's telling me they can't hear anything for some reason. But
Really?
it can't be the fact, because other people are...
Other
not
people, well,
telling
yeah.
me.
I mean, when we had our caller, she could hear us.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, she told, I don't know if she meant she can't hear me on the call, or if she can't hear the show. I'm not sure what she's talking about, but that's the kind of thing that bugs me. So,
Somebody message us or call in and tell us your experience of the show tonight, and if you're hearing us.
Yeah, we need somebody to.
We
in
need
the
some
chat
audience
room,
feedback.
We need some feedback here, but I'm going to check into it myself right here.
Yeah.
It sounds fine. I'm listening to the feed right now on TuneIn Radio.
Oh, there you go.
It sounds fine. Sounds really good.
Awesomeness.
Excellent. So whoever's out there, if you're out there, listen to us. If you have a question, call on in.
Yeah, so a lot of time. Yeah, if you got a question, call it in.
Sure.
Feel free.
But yeah, and the number is 775-990-8447. Even though actually you're on that call, you're on that number, so I'm not sure if I can do a duplicate instance. I might be able to.
Oh, I don't know.
Uh-oh. Resume call.
I hear you.
Wait a minute. Merge calls.
I can hear you now.
Okay, that should work now.
I'm listening. I can hear your voice.
Okay, I know, but I seem to have lost Ron.
Oh, what a track. Oh, shit.
He's got to be there. It shows he's there. Okay.
Should I hang up?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang up. I'll try calling you back somehow.
All right. All right.
But it should work. There's 2 participants here. I'll call it back. Yeah, it's redialing. Yeah, Adam, how's your levels now?
Are they doing good?
Yeah, that's better. Okay, here.
I hear you.
Okay. Now.
Yay!
I hear Ron.
Okay, now I should. Now I got.
We got disconnected. I think one of Igor's devices electrocuted the line, and lost the show for me.
Sometimes that happens when somebody calls in. It bumps off other people, but I don't know why that happens, but it does happen occasionally.
That was probably one of his mutts that chew on all the wires.
Mm,
Filthy little
yes.
slobbery mouth, razor sharp teeth, always chewing on some rotten dead body.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Anyways, this is Eric, and this is the Awakening Man, and this is Ron Fitzgerald. He's the
Right on. So where are you guys? I just tuned in, but I it sounded like you were doing something. You were out doing something, and then I'm trying to figure out what's happening on the show. Just so
we went down to the
clued in.
dungeon. Igor wanted to meet him because Igor thinks Ron is his master.
Oh. You don't know that you're his master? Well, I don't get
No,
that. I thought he knew you were his master.
You should know that, right?
Well,
I know. You would think that's a given right there.
You're right. I mean, the trouble with help, it's like,
If I
come
talk,
on,
if I
Igor,
talk like
you're
the
on the
Wolfman,
payroll, clearly.
if I talk
I mean,
like the Wolfman,
Wolfman's the only
he's
one that
gonna
beats
listen,
him with chains. You would think that he would know that.
I beat him with chains,
Exactly.
motherfucker.
yeah.
What did he
there.
look like, Ron? Because Wolfman won't ever confess the actual, physical appearance of this Igor character. But can you tell us a little bit what he looked like from your perspective? That's my question.
Well, from my perspective, over the phone, he is a handsome hunchback man. That's my perception. And
Really?
Igor clearly has fine taste in evil masters. Absolutely.
Impressive. Does Wolfman got a woman down there for him? You ever toss a woman down there for him, Wolf?
He's got his own woman down there. That's Gertrude the Gross. Gertrude the Gross.
I think the Mad Warrior has a crush on Igor and would probably like to go hang out down there too as well.
Yeah. And also, there's a few.
I'm just playing.
There's a few women that like Igor. Actually, he's doing pretty good. He didn't even chop the one up. He left her at whole, but she is dead though. But he didn't chop her up this time. He kept her whole. Yeah.
And ran a little.
So Ron, what is your main forte in this crazy paranormal world that we live in?
Well, I'm an actor and a gothic illusionist. And
what is a gothic illusionist? I've never heard that before.
Really?
He's the only one.
Never in my life. First time ever on the Wolfman.
Because
show.
he's the only one.
Well, welcome to the show. You should call in more often.
I should.
Clearly.
I probably should if Wolfman would just let me call in once in a while. I'd be pretty happy about that.
See, now, you have to leave
all his
blood
fault.
offerings, and the Wolfman will bring you on. So, well, you can watch for the finest example. You can go search me on YouTube, or you can go and watch my movie Dark Realm on Amazon Prime. If you're a Prime member on Amazon Video, you can watch Dark Realm for free. Put it in your watch list tonight, and the soundtrack will be out very soon. But a gothic illusionist, I have an illusion show, and I do stage magic and illusion that is inspired by
Satan.
Horror and the supernatural. Yeah, Satan.
All of them. Lucifer is.
It's what I call dark, sticky fun. And it is, some of it's a little provocative and some of it's very dark and fun, but it is a good time. I do things like I cremate my lovely companions on stage. I chop their heads
Really?
off.
Where is this?
Blades.
What state and country is this in?
I performed from Hollywood to Hong Kong, literally.
No kidding, Hollywood. Well, I'm only a few hours away from Hollywood. Are you? I'd like to come and I'd like to see this performance. Seriously.
Well, Dark Realm's your best bet right now until I get back out on tour because I'm in Chicago currently.
Oh, okay.
In my special home dungeon in Chicago.
So here's my question: what is the difference between magic and illusion? I mean, because there is a difference, right?
Yes. Well, yeah. Largely, it's like illusion. You're thinking it's a larger show, more of a stage show, a larger production. It's basically a lot of times the distinction with most people inside and out of the industry is like, you're doing an illusion when it's something much larger, as something that involves another person, something like that. Like when you're, putting your lovely companion into some contraption and, cutting her into pieces for the entertainment pleasure of many,
Yes,
cutting her
or
in half
just
with a
for
power saw,
dinner.
something like that.
Got
all
you.
those
That's cool.
things
So
that I
those
can
are
do.
illusions then. Okay, cool.
And those are illusions are the larger things, and then magic is magic in general, which can be anything from a stage magic, parlor magic, things like that, which is kind of a stand-up platform, things which are even part of the the larger show, but the illusion show and the illusions are bigger effects, and then the smaller things are magic, and then you've got close-up magic, which is right in your face, just something done with.
But what about levitation? Can you levitate? I've seen guys levitate. Is that real?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've done things like that, and I there's a levitation.
Is that magic or
find
illusion? I'm sorry. I'm confused on that one.
Well, it's illusion. Believe me, it's illusion. Even if even if somebody says they're really levitating, they're not. They're an illusionist. When anybody on television does that, and they're trying to make you think, and more power to them. People have it come up and asked me many times exactly that they see somebody levitating on television or something, and they're like, wow, do they really have powers? I'm like, no. If they had real powers, they'd had 6 winning, Powerball numbers, and they'd be rich and they'd be gone. But no, that's not real. It's a show. It's theater, and it's interesting how people can blur the lines on that.
Well, wait a minute.
I do myself
some of these guys,
as well.
Ron, some of these guys are so good at it that people are convinced that they have control over demons. And
I totally agree with you. And David Blaine is the main guy, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's a few of them. Like I don't think Dynamo is. I think that's all he's using, just fake imagery and illusions. But there is one guy I seen that did freak me out. And he was pulling.
Really?
He's a Chinese guy, and he was pulling bread out of his hand, just making it appear from nothing. He didn't have a shirt on or anything. It was just incredible.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell do you do that? He was pulling things out of his hands.
Yeah,
and there's nothing
there are techniques. I mean, it's pretty. It's amazing what you would think would just visually, is possible. It's really, really, when it's done well and it's something clever, it's real. It looks that good.
Yeah, he made the noodles come out of a bowl of noodles
on stage and pull the rabbits out of
the
ass.
What did you do to the rabbit's ass? Adam, what did you do to the rabbit's ass?
When an illusionist can pull a rabbit out of his ass, then I'll be impressed.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm sure at some point that's probably happened.
You should hear my cousin here. My cousin here wants to talk.
Pretty sure that gets.
Hey, you guys!
I pay big money to see that.
You guys have no idea. I'm Wolfman's cousin. I'm Wolfman's cousin Leroy, and I could pull large pieces of furniture out of my ass.
That's it.
Now, if you were like
Nymphomania show, everybody pulls things out of their ass.
If Apocalypse was listening right now, he'd be pulling things out of his ass, probably.
No. It's time to go back down to the dungeon, and we can have we can get out the electronic butt plug for everyone.
Hey, I got a great idea. You could get midgets. Midgets could be right in your ass, and they could have little hand puppets and stick them up out of your ass, and like hand puppets are coming out of your ass.
That would be something, wouldn't it? You go on YouTube and search Steve Martin's The Great Flydini, and you'll be incredibly amused by that. If he comes out and he's doing a magic act, but it all has to do with things coming out of his fly, his out of his pants. It's hysterical, and all of this talk makes me think of that routine. So you should go see it. It's a little provocative, but it's fairly clean, so anybody can go watch it. I believe it's on YouTube, and he performed it on the Tonight Show, I believe, and it's really freaking funny.
By the way, this show is brought to you by Steve Martin's Penis Cream. You can get Steve Martin's Penis Cream on Amazon.com. Just search for Steve Martin's Penis Cream and send the money to MonsterCastleParanormal.com. You'll find the donate button right there.
That's right.
Penis cream. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Just when you thought all the stiffs were in the graveyard,
it feels really
tonight.
good.
They're not.
Yeah,
They're here on the show.
You know, they sell. If you go to the dollar store, they sell that penis cream in the dollar stores here in California.
Yeah, apparently it feels really good. You just keep rubbing it on.
It's like a hot jelly or something like that. It's kind of trippy.
Okay.
Wow.
Is it really called Steve Martin's Penis Cream? It's because I think he really did do this. I'm not sure.
In small print down below, it does have his name on there, but they don't. He doesn't want to just fuck up his image, so he kind of keeps a low profile.
Oh, bullshit!
He makes a lot of money on that shit, though.
Oh yeah, I don't know, man. Steve Martin it was a commercial on Saturday Night Live that was Steve Martin's Penis Cream. That's old school.
Nice.
That's where I stole that from.
Did that really happen, Wolf? Seriously, or did you just make that up?
No. There was a commercial on Saturday Night Live for Steve Martin's Penis Cream. I'm going to try to find it right now, actually. If
You've got to pull that out.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking funny shit right there.
That sounds great. That's yes.
I prefer natural penis cream myself. All natural.
All natural.
This was back.
I like the unnatural.
Yeah.
It's using some sort of voodoo.
This was hilarious. This was back in the 80s, and he says, "Yeah, it feels really good. You just keep rubbing it on and rubbing it on."
Oh God! Crazy shit.
That's perfect.
Back in the 70s and the 80s, man, they got away with a lot of shit on that show.
Yeah.
But now it seems like you can pretty much say the president of the United States is a complete asshole moron and get away with it, which is kind of a trip because they would have done that in the 70s and 80s.
Well, you have to consider what we're living with right now, I suppose. But it is. It used to be a lot more kind of subculture, counterculture, and have a great edge to it, and it seems like it's just gotten very, as the show's been there for so long, it just seems to have gotten, I think we've gotten more used to it, and it's gotten more mainstream as it's gone along as well, and a lot of...
who my favorite magician was way back in the day? Was Vincent Price when he wore that top hat in that cave, and it was the House of Wax. Remember? Wasn't he and he ran around as like a magician? Oh, that was a great. And then he got burned, but he was in love with that blonde woman, and she was hot. Remember how hot she was? And he made that mask.
Was it in 3D though?
Yeah. Yeah,
and it was in 3D.
In like the late 50s called The Mad Magician.
Monster.
And then
really?
Another one.
I didn't know that.
In the late 50s, he did a movie called The Mad Magician, which is all about a stage illusionist, and he's going, off the rails and killing people. My favorite one, though, is a Herschel Gordon Lewis movie from like 1970-71 called The Wizard of Gore. It's awesome.
The Wizard of Gore.
Wizard of Gore. Yes, go.
Oh, that would be a
find
great
it.
title for a radio show.
Yes,
Wolfman, you got to start another show. The Wizard of Gore. Starring Igor. We're just going to throw all the callers into the basement.
Oh, yeah. It's actually one of the movies that really inspired me to make Dark Realm, because I'd actually met Herschel Gordon Lewis at a horror convention, and we were talking about that, and I was interested in remaking The Wizard of Gore at that point, and was talking to him about that and how to secure the rights to it and everything. And then somebody else shortly after that came out with another remake of The Wizard of Gore, sadly. So, his advice to me was just go make your own movie. So that's essentially what I did. Just went and did my own thing.
Right on. So I'm going to have to check your movie out. It sounds like it's entertaining.
But if you're out there listening, and you're not familiar with The Wizard of Gore, go find it. I mean, it's like 1970s, so the special effects, and it's a low budget, indie horror. So the special effects are not state of the art. They're probably okay for the time. They're still kind of grody, and there's lots of blood, which has got a really, really super bright color to it. But it is a trippy, fun movie, and if you want to see some magician go off the rails and start torturing people on stage, that is a good time.
The Wizard of Gore. God, that's a good
The
one.
Wizard of Gore. Yeah,
Sounds like
great
a
I'm gonna
title.
look it up right now.
Mhm.
And then we could do like if it was a porno, it'd be called The Wizards of Horror.
Oh yeah.
And we could make the wizard like a. Are there female wizards, or do they just call them witches?
I think, well, you know what? That's a good question, but I think largely they are. Even in the Harry Potter series, I think they wind up being witches, and and they don't call the male magic users wizards, instead of warlocks, and then the females were witches. So
What about an enchantress?
Distinction. So
there's enchantress. There's other names for
Sorceress.
it too. Sorceress, enchantress. There's another one too.
Mm-hmm.
There's more. I can't. Yeah. There's lots of words for that.
Yeah, there are not a whole lot of female magicians or illusionists out there. There's a few, and it seems to be a field that is just so weirdly dominated by a lot of just dudes. It's a sausage fest out there in the magic world. It's weird.
Sausage fest. They've moved beyond the bacon. They're going straight for the sausage now.
That's right.
No, okay, so Wolfman, I gotta ask a trivia question. Wolfman, for you too. Okay, so do we go old school with because I Dream of Jeannie, in a way she was like a little wizard. And then you've got
yes.
Elizabeth Montgomery. Wasn't she? What was that movie? That
Bewitched.
show she was in? Bewitched, right?
Yeah, Bewitched.
Okay,
yeah.
let's take those two. Or would you take the modern day? What was that little ghost? Those three little witches that were on that
You're
show?
talking
Charmed.
Wendy the Witch.
Remember Charmed?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those girls were kind of cute too. But all right, so if
Ooh,
there's
put me
5
down for
girls
some
right there,
Rose
so who's your
McGowan,
top
please.
witch?
Yeah.
I probably would take Elvira.
Oh, Elvira. God, I forgot about her.
Elvira.
She's like 65 or something, and she's still hot.
Oh, yeah.
She's amazing. I mean, and up close and personal, she just is the nicest you could ever want her to be, and she is amazing. I mean,
I would,
and if anyone can tear
I would
their
so
eyes
do
away.
her.
Absolutely. Wouldn't we all? I mean, please. I mean, if you could tear your eyes off of her chest for a minute in that amazingly low-cut gown she wears and look at her, she has gorgeous freaking eyes. Just gorgeous blue eyes.
Oh, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous.
She
I
is
love
gorgeous.
her.
Anyways, guys, you know what?
I don't know what kind of blood she's drinking, but it's doing her good,
Hey,
working.
I can't get
It is
Steve
working.
Martin penis cream in Canada. You can only get it in the United States, but you can watch the video in the United States on YouTube. Just look up Steve Martin's Beauty Penis Cream. I cannot play it in Canada for some reason. That is gay.
What? You can't play it? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, in Canada, it won't let me play it. It's only allowed
All right,
to
I'll
play.
see if I could pull it up. And then
Only
if I
allowed
can,
to play in
I'll
United
All
States.
you need to do is find some penis cream and then pop in Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and there you
That's
go.
it.
There's your
Yeah,
night right
that's
there.
right. Yeah.
Well, this has turned into quite a fun show, I'd have to say.
Well, I show up and everything goes off the rails. I don't know.
Well, if it's not off the rail, I'm not interested.
Oh, it's the uploader.
That's right. See? More fun that way.
It's Saturday Night
Well,
Live.
nobody goes off the rail like Wolfman. That's just the bottom line right there.
Perfect.
Okay, I got the Steve Martin penis cream. If it comes up, I'm going to play it. Let's see if it'll play here.
Yeah.
Hold on a second here. All right, I don't know. Hold on. Tell me if you guys can hear it. I'm going to get it going here.
Posting hashtag yeehaw. Hashtag I have a signal and I still can't post it.
Hashtag that's the stupid ass commercial. Hold on a second. Fuck, they had to do that to me. I started playing and then they put some stupid commercial on there. Hold on a second here.
Just let it run. It doesn't matter. We didn't have enough commercials on
It's
here.
Verizon. Okay, here we go.
See, Joy's got the new iPhone with Verizon Unlimited.
I bet I do. Best phone, best
Does that sound
network.
okay?
America's largest, most reliable 4G LTE network. She can post out here like she does in the city.
Hey, 12 likes. What?
Likes won't get you diddly around these parts. Yeah!
When you really, really want the best, get the new iPhone Best Unlimited with plans starting at $40 per line for 4 lines.
Verizon got a free commercial out of that one.
Yeah, they
here it
did.
comes.
We should bill
Can
them.
you hear me now?
Hi, I'm Steve Martin. With so many celebrities endorsing cosmetics these days, I wanted to make sure the cosmetic I endorsed was very special. That's why I'm proud to put my name on Steve Martin's all-natural penis beauty cream. New formula. Try my new beauty cream, and in a matter of weeks, your penis will be looking smoother and softer. The way women like it. Because of the new formula, no more scaling. Here's how it works. Just take a small amount and rub gently on the penis for several minutes up to a half hour. You'll notice a difference right away.
Oh, yes.
And don't worry, a slight discoloration is normal. Bob, tell us, how has my Steve Martin's all-natural penis beauty cream new formula helped you?
Well, Steve, I'm in real estate. And if I'm not confident, I can't do my job.
And you can't feel confident unless your manhood is smooth and soft, right?
Exactly. If I'm thinking about my appearance, I'm not thinking about selling houses. The day I started using Steve's cream, I sold 3 houses. Now I have more energy than before. My confidence is sky high. I just got my pilot's license. And next week I'm flying solo from LA to Tahoe with nothing on board except 2 jars of your cream.
That's great.
Well, the best part, Steve, is that now I can throw away all those cans of turtle wax.
Our next guest actually started using my new cream by accident. Isn't that right, Dave?
That's right, Steve. I thought it was for something else.
And now that you've been using the product, how have you found it?
Well, Steve, I found I have a lovelier, more luxurious, softer penis than I ever had with other beauty creams. Probably because it's the first beauty lotion made especially for the Johnson. I'll tell you, if I could afford it, I would use your cream 24 hours a day.
And is your wife more attracted to you now that you've been using my cream?
Well, Steve, my wife recently left me. But before she did, she said, I hope you and your Steve Martin's beauty cream will be very happy.
Well, that's a lovely tribute. Thank you, Dave. Steve Martin's all-natural penis beauty cream, new formula. You know it's safe. Why? Because it's tested on animals. And if you order by mail, don't worry. It's shipped in a plain brown wrapper with the words, "Not penis cream," stamped all over it in big red letters. So pick up a jar today and remember, it's the only cream with the picture of my penis on it.
I had no idea. You know, I would have never guessed that this first hour, Ron, would end with Steve Martin's penis cream as the commercial.
I don't think anyone ever on Spreaker has ever played the Steve Martin penis cream skit ever. That was good shit
I don't even remember it from the show. So this is,
I don't ever remember that. That was like a Mandela effect right there.
Yeah.
I remember everything Steve Martin ever did. But as soon as you mentioned Steve Martin, that just came in mind because it was the funniest commercial, and I thought I was thinking about having a commercial on right now, and that was the perfect commercial.
Beautiful. Perfect. Well, maybe later on I'll play for you the 2 wild and crazy guys.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, I've got that with those guys. That's what I remember. The 2 wild and crazy guys in their tight jeans, like the American bitches in their tight jeans. Remember that?
Nice.
He called them bitches, I think, if I remember right. We like those hot American bitches in their britches.
Yeah, this show's not for kids, folks. This is definitely not for kids.
No, not at all, not at all.
Family.
Lovely.
So, Ron, how do you do that trick with the ball? Can you tell me so I can use it? And I want to make the ball like flick at people like it looks like my dick.
Just use your penis cream. Just use Steve Martin penis cream. That's really the
I want to do the orb, the magic orb, the floating orb.
That's the secret right there, too. So most of magic is done with Steve Martin's penis cream.
So that orb is somehow connected.
Oh, yeah.
to your
It creates an illusion. It's an illusion. It's an illusion.
That's exactly it, because guys get into the illusion show for the same reason you would start a band, because they are after the ladies. So you're gonna need that Steve Martin penis cream. Makes everything better.
Shit. I bet you in today's 2017, if somebody started marketing that shit, they'd become a millionaire. Seriously, think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how crazy this world is now.
Well, it is. I mean, all they have to do is just take that and just direct market it through social media, and bang, you're a billionaire, probably in 3 days. Mm-hmm.
And if Steve Martin, at his age, he can endorse it. What is he got? He's got to be close to 70 by now. He don't give a fuck.
Well, no,
anymore.
that was old, man. That's an old skit.
Right, but now I'm guessing he's close to 70 now. He's got to be
1970s.
570, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, probably. But he's he's looking good. He's still out there doing his thing.
He's still slaying them out there in Hollywood, I'm sure.
He is, and he was out there. But it wasn't long ago. He put out an album of some banjo music with like Emmylou Harris or something like that too. He
is a fucking great banjo player.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. The guy, I mean, he could write, he could do stand up, he could act, a musician. He was really accomplished. He really, he's done a lot of stuff, and and he's still doing his thing. So
I can play the skin flute. I play a lot.
And he invented penis cream, so
yeah,
hey,
I heard he can play the skin flute too. Oh, you guys finally caught on to that one. Yeah. I play a whole bunch of different instruments too.
So you got your guitar with you, Wolfman?
Oh shit, yeah, I always have my guitar here.
Oh, bro, bring it out. Put the echo in there. You got to play that Stabby song one more time.
No, I'll write a song for Ron right now on the cuff. I'll give him a theme.
Yeah,
I'll give him a theme.
You can do an improv song on the spot. You should do a Hollywood show for this guy. This is not magic or illusion. This is reality right here with the Wolfman.
That's right.
He's going to create reality live with his guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wolfman's pretty creative. He can come up with some good shit. One night he called into our show and he played. Wolfman, you got to play this for Ron too later. I don't even remember the song. It was on the Quantum Hologram Matrix. Do you remember that, Wolfman?
Yeah, the Cauldron of Bees.
Oh, fuck, that was classic. You please, I'll send you a donation if you could play that again tonight for me. That was a great song. Cauldron of beans? Beans like it's beans and rice?
Buzzing bees.
Oh, Cauldron of Bees. Got you. As in bees
Nice.
rocks. Got you. Ron, wait till you hear Cauldron of Bees. You might even, it's so deep and dark, you're going to fucking fall in love with it.
Yeah, you'll want to use it. You can use it on your show.
Dude, you're going to love, I'm going to tell you right now, 10 to 1 says you're going to love this song.
Okay, here we go.
It blew everybody's. He played that.
A screaming cup of peeled flies calls the mucus from the crying skies. Scattered eyeballs on the ground. Would you kindly step upon them? 'Cause you fired up this cauldron of glass, the cauldron of bees. Freeze the insects, lysergic insects feed. Fall on your knees and bleed. Freeze the bees, please. Freeze the bees. Watch the Play-Doh melt away. Watch the moon shine in the day. Watch the cauldron come to boil. Watch me fly a spectrofoil. 'Cause I fired up the cauldron cauldron of glass.
The cauldron of bees. Freeze the insects, please.
Yeah. Dude, that was even
Nice.
better than the first time you played it. It was even more clear. And did you like that, Ron?
I do.
That
Cauldron
was
of
pretty
Bees
creative.
From there. Yes. I love it. When's the album come out? Come on. I want the whole Cauldron of Bees album. No.
Oh, I'll have it.
Drop that thing on iTunes tomorrow. Come
Oh,
on.
yeah, you'll have it.
Wolfman Mike and the Monster Castle Cauldron of Bees.
Well, you know what?
With
It's
Igor
gonna
in
be.
the background.
It's gonna be
You gotta-
called.
You gotta dub in some Igor in the background
Oh,
every now and then.
the band is called Monster Rock.
I love it. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
Cauldron of Beers.
yeah,
Bring me my beer. I need another long hit before I let the bees go.
Yeah.
Bring me my honey.
I like it. It has a nice kind of David Bowie, Man Who Sold the World kind of feel to it.
It does have a David Bowie. Like a David Bowie and
everybody always tells.
David Bowie hybrid.
Everybody tells me I sound like David Bowie.
Oh, I love Bowie. Bowie is awesome.
That was a good call right there, Bowie. I like it.
Thank you.
It was along the lines, the cryptic creativity of the tune was very Bowie-esque.
Yes, totally. Totally made me think of that. Totally made me think of Bowie.
You gonna play another one? Play another one, Wolfman. Come on, you're on a roll right now. I could feel it.
Welcome to the dark realm with Ron Fitzgerald. Ron Fitzgerald's dark realm. Ron Fitzgerald's dark realm show.
That was good shit.
Ron Fitzgerald's strange, scary, sticky.
Yeah.
There you go, Ron.
Thank you. I like it.
That was good. You got to play that. You got to play that in the beginning of your the intro and when you lead into your show.
Absolutely.
It's the Ron Fitzgerald dark sticky green bud show.
Yeah.
Dark realm.
Green bud show.
Master of the dark realms, Ron Fitzgerald's dark. I don't know. You got to give me the words you want, and I'll do something for you.
Oh yeah, you see, you need to get that together with that Man Who Sold the World Bowie F thing going on there. I'll be really happy. That's all good.
As long as you got to get the illusion. You got to put the word illusion in there, and magic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something about magic is so tragic. The illusion is just some whatever. You know, I mean, just you can do it.
There you go.
You're better at it than I am.
Yeah.
So we got what can rhyme with illusion? That would be like fusion or what else?
Orange.
Cruising for a bruise and during the scrandal.
Because you're cruising for a bruising, so you're getting illusion.
You're cruising for a bruising during the grand illusion. It's just a magic show.
Tell you something.
But it's really just a tragic.
It's a good thing that you have a day job, Eric, because you got great ideas, but you'll never be able to write this.
Because I don't care.
I'm teasing you, man. That was good. That was good.
In the golf club.
It was his idea.
There you go.
He
But,
should
yeah.
have drove the 8.
Yeah, you got to hang with Eric sometime, man. Like he'll get all the chicks for you.
We only got one chick in there right now. It's the Mad Warrior. She's the lone contributor to the Spreaker
I
chat.
don't know why it's so slow tonight, but everyone must be gonna check this show out tomorrow then or something.
I don't know, but they're missing out on a lot of fun. That's all. That's
I
all.
know
That
that
much.
much.
This is probably the best show.
But you know, I started a new season, so a lot of people don't realize I'm back. So they know.
You need to start blasting it on
we gotta get the
Twitter,
word
and you
out
need
there.
to let
Yeah, we gotta
everybody
get the
know
word
people
out.
get in here.
No, I don't know if I put it on my Facebook, I put it on my Twitter, I sent it out with you guys' names. I don't know, Adam. What did you do? Did you do anything?
Well, you know, if
Willie's there
Willie,
now.
here comes Willie. Okay,
There's
are you
more
ready
people
for
coming in.
we're gonna do a quick break. I'm taking over Darren's job. I don't give a fuck. He's fired.
Nice, Moog Boy's there now
Okay,
too.
here we go. We're taking a quick break, and listen to this, everybody. We're gonna do a quick little break. We're gonna come back with some more entertainment. We got Moog Boy in there.
No, you got to wait to the
This is
bottom
another
of the hour,
quick,
dude.
By the way, Verizon is now giving Wolfman a donation of $100 a month. They're paying his cell phone bill, his internet, and everything. It's all I arranged all of this. Just listen to the commercial. That's all we got to do. And then he gets Wolfman. You didn't know this. I put this together. You'll be getting it in the mail shortly. Okay, here it comes. All right, hold on. It's coming right now.
Four lines.
Okay.
Quick break.
All right, we'll do it. All right, we'll go with that. But it's not the bottom of the hour yet.
Here it is. This is the greatest skit of all time on Saturday Night Live.
Okay, time to get a beer.
Here is something. I bet you cannot guess who is here now behind you with his hands covering your eyes. I cannot agree with you there, for it must be my swinging brother, Jorge.
These guys had penis cream, by the way. I just want to let you guys know.
Next time, don't ask me again. It was no difficulty for me to guess, for we are here together all alone in our apartment in America, and we have one key only. We are two wild and crazy guys. Hold it. That's your problem. You and what army? How about a swinging drink? No way. You know, such a thing was not possible back in Czechoslovakia before we blew up the tanks and ran from them. All the portable bachelor pot bars were owned by the state. There, your slacks are really tight. Just like mine. Boy, it is certainly no difficulty now for any women to see our bulges. That's for you to find out. So bring on the foxes. Wait, here is something I can tell you. 2 swinging foxes are coming to our pad tonight. Foxes coming here tonight? Who told you that? Forget about it.
Forget about it.
America, all the most swinging people use computers to find others who will have sex with them. I have done this now. Computers to find foxes?
Computers?
Let me know about it. Stay here and I'll tell you. I put our names, Jortak and Horg Frestrunk, on cards for the computer. I told them that we have many swinging hobbies, and we enjoy a great deal many interests, like meeting girls and being next to their big American breasts. Hey, who's to know? Out to lunch. foxes! Let's not wait, for we are two wild and crazy guys. Not foxes. It's Cliff, our swinging American buddy, who lives also in this
Losing
apartment
a
building
loved
with
one
us.
is an emotionally and financially difficult
What's
time.
happening, soul man?
Hi, George. You're tough. Look, I'm having a party at my house tomorrow night, and I want you guys to come.
Hey, get off my back. Walk over with us now to the Bachelor
my
Pad Barn, where we're spending a great deal of time. Cliff, I am telling you something now. You are very similar to all of the Ethiopian engineering students that we knew at the Polytechnic Institute back in Bratislava.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Slap my hand, black soul man.
Lily's in a poker tournament. Moog Boy says I sound more like Mark Bolan. Who's that?
Oh,
Whoever that
Cliff,
is.
get out of here now. Some dates are coming over from computer dating to meet us.
And Bowie.
And you
is
cannot
it.
be here,
Yeah.
for we will want to have sex with them soon.
I get a lot of. Everybody tells me I sound like Bowie.
You didn't tell me.
I don't
that,
even
man.
try.
Fix me a drink.
It's
I'll
just
finish
weird.
it, and then, then I'll split.
Oh,
I think
now
I
are
don't know,
the
I'm more like Sid Barrett.
foxes. Cliff, don't wait here right away.
Okay,
Look who it is.
but you know
Two
what?
swinging chicks.
This is just not.
Take off your
Eric,
coat so we can see
it's
your
not
big
dark
American
enough,
breasts. Don't worry about birth control devices for sex. We have many.
Okay, I got one.
Hello.
How about electric
We
shock?
are doing something now. I am telling you that you're strong and you're the patron. We have selected your computer cards, and tonight we are dating you. That's right. And sorry to be placing a bum trip on my mind, but before having sex, you will be buying us an expensive meal and many Pepsis.
You'll be pardoning me for a moment.
Oh my God, she's chopping them to pieces. Holy shit! Blood everywhere. Oh my God,
These are not
Eric.
American
It's wicked.
foxes. I
Holy
blame
shit.
myself.
We are Croatian sisters, Vodka and Babzina Chorvu, who are jumping 2 years ago off Soviet fishing trawler off the coast of Maine. We're swimming 2 weeks with our uncle Kravosh, who is
Okay,
with us
okay,
now
Eric,
also
that's
as
enough
well.
of that.
That's right. Uncle Kravosh! Come in
I
and
wanna
say
hear it. It's time for some dark stuff.
It's John Belushi.
Not too
Oh, really?
so much for me. I
That's
can
John
watch
Belushi?
my other swing. I see
reminded
that
me
you
of,
guys are, getting ready to party, so I'm going to just, get myself together and split, man.
Hey, Babzina, let's forget about them now. These do not know how to swing correctly. I have just seen this black person who would be much better to swing with us in America. Hey, so now we will be taking off his pants.
No, wait. Look, I'm splitting. I got night class.
Don't tell us. That's your problem. What a hassle. Soon we will be seeing you with no pants on whatsoever.
I am old and tired and bit,
All
but
right.
even so, my health is not so good. So you must help me.
Okay, Eric, can you cut that?
This guy is too much for all of us. Cliff is not swinging with vodka and Babzina.
Because we're
Goodbye,
wild and
Cliff.
crazy.
Enjoy your sex. You are bringing birth control devices, Jorgen?
What's to know?
Out to lunch. Now,
That was
there
that.
we go. Now we're done. Yeah. Little fella, the ghost is dead.
You know this one?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear this one, and we'll be right back. It's the bottom of the hour, 1:30 a.m. here in Ontario.
tramps through some black capes. Back on the back. Bella Lugos is dead. The bats have left the bell tower. The victims have been bled. Red velvet lines. The black box. Bella Lugos is dead. 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 I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead.
I'm dead. I've been dead for years.
Yeah. Open the dungeon. Unlock the bodies.
In the cellar. All right, we're back.
Yeah.
That was good. Good break. We got
yeah.
Holmes in the chat room. Shout out. And he says it's a good show, but he says shut the fuck up. But he's just kidding.
I think Holmes was talking to the Mad Warrior.
Yeah, I know who Holmes is. It's you.
What's up, Holmes? What's up with your head, Holmes? Orderly, Holmes. Hey, you haven't lived till you had someone tell you orderly, Holmes. I used to paint. I don't know if you have curbs out in Canada, but we have curbs in front of our homes where they put the address numbers. So when I was a kid, I used to paint the address numbers on the curb. I'd charge like $5 or $10. I'd make like $100 a day. And one time I was going through this neighborhood in East San Jose, which is like the ghetto. I didn't know better. And there was the Bloods and the Crips, and I had this red bandana around my head because I was sweating.
Oh, man,
it was so
yeah.
hot. And they thought I was a fucking Blood. I was in a Crip neighborhood. I didn't even know it. I had no clue. And so these kids roll up on their fucking bicycles. They're like 13, 14 years old. They can't drive yet. Hey, Holmes, what's up? What's up, orderly, Holmes? What's up with that? With the red, Holmes? This is our home. You know, they were like, they scared me off the fucking neighborhood, man. 13, 14-year-old kids on their bicycles. They meant business.
Oh yeah.
They don't play around.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got ghettos there in Canada? Is there ghettos in Canada, Wolfman?
Oh yeah, man. There's ghettos. Just
definitely
everywhere. Ghettos everywhere.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these cities are real welfare fucking cities, and there's tons of ghettos. Yeah, low rentals. People don't want to work; they just want to be on disability.
Yeah. I knew this guy. Yeah, I knew this one guy that was trying for years to get that shit. I said, dude, you're not going to get it, man. They fucking reject you for a reason like 15 times or whatever. And it's like, just relax. Quit complaining about your shoulder and just go do something. I don't want to hear about it anymore.
I got a bad shoulder. I still work. I don't give a shit. The more you work it, the better it gets.
Yeah, when you're working, it don't hurt. It's when you don't work is when it hurts. So that's my experience.
Yeah.
Keep moving. Yeah. I mean, if you
Just
can.
gotta
I mean,
get-
there's
you gotta
some
get a
people
hot-
that
a
need
hot
it, and
girlfriend.
it's legitimate. But a hot girlfriend, there you go.
A
That'll
hot girlfriend
keep you
is a
moving.
massage therapist.
That'll see. There you go.
It's got a hot tub in her
There you
backyard. I mean, I'll tell you right now, I could sign up for that program real quick.
Hell yeah.
Where's your woman tonight, Wolfman?
She's passed out tonight. She fell asleep.
Oh, it's a shame. It's a dirty, rotten shame.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
Sounds like you guys been having a good time over there, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking about, I kind of miss her interrupting me. her brand new, newly established radio etiquette needs a little work.
You know what? When she plays this, when she tunes on this show, like tomorrow in the replay, she'll love it. She'll crack up.
I'm joking.
You might have to leave. The
She was
room,
actually, she's pretty good because first time I tried going on the radio, I interrupted, and I still do it when I get drunk. I still interrupt people really bad, but she didn't interrupt anybody. She was pretty good, actually. I was kidding, and she didn't
alcohol
really
has
do
a
that.
way of doing that to you.
Yeah, and then you know I get so I've gotten so drunk before, and I had to pretty much erase this show because I hated listening to myself because I didn't even I wasn't even responding to the person's whatever they were saying. I was in my own world, man.
Wolfman, the best drunk show you ever did was with that girl. What was her name? The theologians of goddess of the. What was her name again? I forgot
That's
her name.
Athena.
Athena.
Yeah.
Ron, one day you got to go listen.
Yeah.
Athena. It's the
I've got to hear this show.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to put it on while I'm working.
The Theologians of Orion. It was the first show I got a cool guest, and I was all excited, and I got really drunk, and it's funny. It's really funny.
We had a good time
because I was so nervous, man. I just started doing it, and I was so nervous I got drunk, and it's so funny. I still do that sometimes. I get drunk once in a while, but usually it's just for fun now. I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous anymore.
So does Ron know about Ronnie Dawson?
Oh no, I don't think he knows about anything. No.
Oh my God, Ron, you gotta listen.
No,
to
I am new to the entire Wolfman realm here.
The last show he did was on alien sex. Sex with aliens.
The blue feline cat alien woman.
Really?
Yeah.
So blue feline cat alien woman sex. And what did he say about this sex?
Oh, you got to listen to the show. He didn't do her very hard though, right?
He told
he didn't want to punch it into the next
actually
dimension,
it falls into the same topic I was talking about. The first time I talked to him, I was so drunk I couldn't carry out the interview because it was like spontaneous. And then I called him the next day and I said we got to do this over again. He told the story exactly the same the second day as he did the first day. So
he did.
Yeah, so it makes it a lot more believable that he could, and it's a long story with details, and he said it exactly the same. It's unbelievable.
I'll have to say it's one of the best stories I've heard.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Where did he meet this blue feline alien woman?
In a time slip between dimensions, if you want to know exactly.
Really?
Yes, literally a time slip between dimensions where there was no disease. People couldn't see, but yet they could experience interaction. It was bizarre the way he described it. It was so amazing.
Wow.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
I'm ready to book a vacation there.
Dude, if I could sell tickets, I'd be a millionaire because I'd be booking all day long. Trust me.
Absolutely.
I want to book a vacation
Absolutely.
there. That was a classic.
Here's your ticket to the portal to the in-between realm where there's hot alien blue girl sex. Come on, everybody. It sells itself.
You don't need a passport, so don't worry about it.
That's right. You don't even have
It's
to
not
take
magic.
off your shoes
It's not
to travel.
illusion.
Let's
It's
go.
literally the time slip between dimensions.
Wow. That part of the story alone is fascinating. So I can't imagine what the rest of this encounter had to be like.
Well, the guy wasn't making it up on the fly because when you hear the show, you could tell. I mean, he went on for like an hour, and there's no way it was rehearsed. I mean, he was coming right out of his heart, right out of his head, and just spilling it. And like Wolfman said, he told the same story a few nights before, and Wolfman was a little buzzed. and then and then he did a replay, and both those shows were fun. I mean, but if you listen to both shows, you get a full flavor of it all. It was really good.
Wow. You have to send me the link to that. I'd love to hear that.
All right, yeah, I'll send you the links to it so that you got your show too, and you'll find it on there.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, because I was going to say, I'll we'll blast this back out through the social media again, so everybody can enjoy this again.
Oh yeah,
later.
Yeah, it'll keep going. It's on Spreaker.com, and it's in my archives there.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, no, I like it. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Well, I think I knew you were on the speaker platform, but I do a lot of shows, that have been on Blog Talk and some of the other platforms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
but it's also
Speaker.
plays off of TuneIn Radio, my show.
Mhm.
And I don't know if
Cool.
I'm gonna this year if I'm gonna stay with Spreaker. I might change to something different this year. I don't know, but so far it's staying on Spreaker.
Cool. Well, yeah, I mean, you got to find some places working for you. So whatever is good for you in the show, roll with it.
I don't know if I feel like changing it. It all works right now. Like it goes, yo, Stabby, McHugs in the chat room. But everything's working right now. So, and the TuneIn Radio is working really good. If anyone doesn't have that, I would suggest getting TuneIn Radio app on your device because it's you can listen to anything all over the world, and you can find me. Just look up Monster Castle Paranormal. Monster Castle, you'll find it right away on TuneIn. But I might switch to a 24-hour a thing too. Like sometimes I go and just play my archives in 24-hour.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, I mean, once you've amassed so many shows and everything, you can.
And then I'll just jump in and go live once in a while. You know,
that's awesome.
I had it going 24-hour for a while there. I know how to do it.
That was good stuff, Wolfman. When you did that, I appreciated it because even like at 1 or 2 or 3 in the afternoon or whatever, it's like I could just plug it in. And sometimes I heard shows that I cringed because I was on the show and I'm thinking, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. You know what I mean? We were drunk late one night and we're just talking trash. And Wolfman knows we've had many different types of people on the show, and he knows about my past relations and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
it's fucking crazy shit, man.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad you have a bit of everybody on the show. That's anything that's kind of out of the realm of normal. And that's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if we could get Willie to call in,
This
he would
is
really
an
blow.
yeah, this is
I
an
think he would blow
extreme.
Ron's mind.
My show's like for extreme paranormal, but also very odd things.
Yeah.
And the dark and macabre, like what you do, is definitely accepted.
Yeah, because
perfect.
I've been on some other paranormal shows and stuff. There's a lot of crossover between that and the horror genre and all the dark culture people and everything. So it's perfect. It's cool.
Oh yeah,
thank you again for
your
bringing me on.
audience,
It's really,
your audience,
it's a good
anyone
time.
who likes your show and your performance would probably love my show too.
Absolutely, yeah, without a doubt.
We do a lot of scary stuff on here too, like Halloween. It's Halloween here every night.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing with all of us. It is. It's Halloween every day, 24/7. It's even more fun when you're in the season because everybody's in on it. But the rest of the time, it's still it's still Halloween for us.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was going to mention to you, and Adam's going to come on in a minute, and he's going to talk about real psychic abilities and stuff that you talked about that,
Cool.
and it rang into what his thing is, and that's energy and manipulation. And
Exactly.
some of the characters that you portrayed in the movies that you did, he's a master of these abilities himself. I've even learned some off him, but even when I was young, and I experimented with magic mushrooms one time, and I was able to make electricity bolts fly off my fingertips one time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very cool. Now, what was your technique, your experience in doing that? Was it,
It started out by walking across this natural carpet that would a fur. It was a fur. I think it was a bear fur. I can't remember what type of fur it was on the floor, and every time you walked across it, you get a lot of static. So, we'd be, we were stoned, and we'd walk across carpet and zapping each other. Thought it was funny, right?
Yeah.
And then I started feeling the feeling of it as I was getting the static built up in my body. I realized I didn't need to walk on the carpet anymore. I could just sit there and in a chair and just kind of meditate and suck static electricity out of the air.
And feel it, exactly.
Wow. That's very cool.
Yeah, and then I was able to like just expel it, and it came, and it was visible. Like you could see the
Really?
Yeah, you could see it, and I did it. I tried to really build it up, and I just see how really like how powerful I could make these lightning bolts. And I hit this radio that was sitting on top of my grandmother's freezer in the basement. Well, it melted the radio. It melted all the wires from the freezer and the radio all the way back to the fuse box.
Wow.
This is called electrokinesis, by the
See,
way.
that's kind of what it looks like when we're doing that in the Magus movie.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about this. And then I wanted Adam, do you want to come in and tell? Because he's the second guest on the show. You guys are overlapping now, so that's fine, isn't it?
Cool. Oh yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm probably gonna have to go pretty soon anyway. 'Cause like I say, I've got that Chicago Ghost Con tomorrow in Lombard at the Brower House for anybody's listening. It's in the Chicago area, and then I'll be performing at the after party show called Darkness Falls.
Everybody check it out,
there.
man. So maybe drop a I don't know if you're familiar with my Twitter, like hashtag 47talk. You can drop it in there, or I'll try, or if you just drop it for me or something, I'll put it in the Spreaker chat room here too.
Cool, thank you.
Where are you going to be tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm at the Chicago Ghost Con, and that takes place at the Brower House, which is in Lombard, Illinois. It's a suburb of Chicago.
Brower House. All right. Well, it's on your website too, so I'll just post your It's on your website, right?
Yes.
And that's
it is, and it's on the social media.
Ron,
you know the page you messaged me on Facebook?
Yeah.
It's on that's on that fan page there.
Yeah, he's got Facebook. He's easy to find on Facebook, easy to find on Twitter, and it's Ron Fitzgerald's Realm, I believe, .com.
Yeah, Fitzgerald'sRealm.com is the website. So go there. If you go to Fitzgerald'sRealm.com, go sign up on my email list, and you'll get a free special remix song off the Dark Realm soundtrack called "Dark and Sticky Sweet," the Realm Lord remix.
Damn,
so
I was going to put that up.
Free just for signing up on my email list. If you go to Fitzgerald'sRealm.com.
So I could probably
and then the movie Dark Realm also has a Facebook and a Twitter, and I'm also on Instagram.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm out and about, whoring myself out. You know?
Okay, and yeah, and what I wanted you to do is I wanted you to talk to Adam for a minute because it's so cool. And Adam, you want to take over from here and talk to him for a minute about your how similar that is, what he was describing, and to what you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm Adam, and I'm what is called a scion. We're kind of a rather secretive group of basically psychics, and there's quite literally millions of us, many millions of us around the world, and we train in various psychic abilities, and the core foundations of our abilities comes from energy manipulation. And so we actually... You're going to say something?
Oh, it's fascinating. What is it? Do you meditate? What are the techniques that you use to manipulate the energy?
It's actually kind of funny you say that. The word psionics, it actually is a set of the word psionics means a set of techniques to learn and use psychic abilities. And so within psionics, there are many techniques for basically every single psychic ability. And so for for energy manipulation, basically it the very first thing you do is what's called grounding and centering. So it's more of a psionic twist to the classic. And basically it's where you do what's called a strong visualization, where you don't just use the visual aspect of a typical visualization, like daydreaming type of stuff. You combine all of the senses, the touch, smell, taste, and sight, and all of them, and into one single strong visualization. And basically you look at you still your mind, you look inward, and you visualize all of your energies flowing up your body, and then down your body, and then down down to your toes, and then you visualize the energy kind of sprouting roots from your toes into the ground, and deep and deep and deep into the ground, to the planet's core. And then once that happens, your energy is actually neutral, or the process makes the energy neutral, and you actually feel, just from that, you feel so much better. And then the second part of it is you visualize energy shining down onto the top of your head, and this energy basically filling you up, and that is essentially the grounding and centering psionic style. It's kind of a mixture of a meditation as well as an energy exercise.
Yeah.
Fascinating. And then the next step is sensing the energy, and then after that it's the very first steps of moving, of manipulating the energy, in particular moving around inside your body first, and then then it transfers to outside your body, and where you make what are known as constructs, or things such as energy balls, or psi balls, as they're also called, or much more advanced things such as servitors, which are basically advanced constructs that basically do your bidding, and those are actually very handy. And
I would think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you typically, how would you use that ability then? What do you typically do with that?
With energy manipulation, it's more of a utility ability. It's kind of it's something you can mix with things like telekinesis, telepathy, and basically any other psychic ability you can mix with energy manipulation, because when it really comes down to it, the core of any psychic ability is energy manipulation. And it's just a kind of a specific application of energy. That's the energy is basically applied to different nerve bundles around your body, and then and this is done by the nervous system, and of course with the mind, and all this comes together to produce the effects such as like Wolfman's electrokinesis or classic telekinesis or telepathy or any other.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Now, does that include in the psychic abilities? Is like mind reading, things like that?
Yes,
part of that package of abilities.
As a matter of fact, Ron, we could do a reading for you right now.
Sure.
I could do one, or Adam. We both do readings. I use tarot cards. He does it he can do what it's called a soul dive, or he can use tarot cards. He has many different ways of doing it.
Sure, let's do something. That sounds fascinating. I'd love to see what we get.
Okay, you got anything in mind? A question? Anything you need to know, or something you're bothering you?
Nothing's bothering me. Just probably like anything else, career stuff.
Okay.
Adam,
what do you
with that?
How do you want to attack this, Adam?
I think I'll connect to his soul.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing what he calls a soul dive, where he's going to meet with your essence of your soul. Talk to your true self.
Cool.
I've actually got a definition of soul dive if you want.
That's fascinating. I've heard of things like that, but I've never heard a term of soul dive. That's pretty cool. That's very interesting.
All right. Here it is. Soul dives are far more intense and soul dives are far more intensive and they far more intensive than typical reading and they read the information from a person's soul. It's a direct process that sees what it is to be what it is to be human from the soul's point of view in a reasonable and easy to understand way. It's a kind of a quest into the depth of your soul, heart, first to find out what lies beneath the surface, which includes what holds you back, what you believe in, and what you desire.
Interesting.
Then presents creative and healthy ways to live a more fulfilling, purposeful, meaning, and joyful life.
Fascinating. I like it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So sorry, I was gone for a second there. I missed that.
Yeah.
Did you? Hey, did you know there was?
He was describing, exactly what that soul dive.
Oh, you didn't actually do the soul dive yet, then?
Not yet. No.
Okay. All right. Good.
As giving them a description of it.
Okay. Did you know there's a band called Fields of the Nephilim?
Yes.
It just blows my mind. I didn't know that, because that's right up my alley.
Oh yeah.
It's right up my alley, and I didn't even know about them. Wow.
Oh yeah, they've been around for a while.
That's pretty cool. I can't wait to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I just ran across it when I was looking for gothic rock.
Yeah, good stuff.
You probably use it on your show already, don't you?
I haven't used specifically Fields of the Nephilim, but I do use a lot of goth music in the show. I just kind of love that stuff. And it fits what I do so well.
So what made you decide to do that?
I got to it. I started performing when I was 8. And in the beginning, I mean, you would never know this now by looking at me and what I do. But in the beginning, I was classically trained, and I was, it was very, very kind of classic, typical, stereotypical kind of magic. It was formalware and doves and rabbits and things like that. It was solid family entertainment. But I got to a point where I wanted to do something different and more artistic, and I was told by a good friend of mine that I was far more interesting off stage than on, and at that point I knew I wanted to infuse the show with more of myself and what I was interested in, what I knew and loved. And I knew I had a solid background in magic and illusion at that point. So then I set out to make it my own. And at that point, what I loved what I always loved. I loved, horror and dark sci-fi and comic books and the supernatural and the occult and the goth industrial underground, and all of that stuff is what I used as inspiration for what I do. And then I was kind of off to the races to do something that was unique and my own, and put my own stamp on the world of magic and illusion. Whereas before that, I was just I was doing what I'd been taught and kind of imitating others that had, taught me and come before me and everything. But I got to a point where I just really wanted to, entertain myself and my contemporaries and not just do this polite entertainment anymore. And I think I did a good job of getting far away from that.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
amazing, man. I had a magic thing when one of my first presents I got, a birthday present I really liked.
Exactly. That was
It was
how I
a
got
magic
started. I got a magic
kit,
as a gift,
and
that's
yeah,
what
I did the
set
same
me-
sort of thing, but I sort of went a
Mhm.
different way. I still do, I do tricks and stuff and illusions on stage, to somewhat. I know a few little tricks
Yeah.
and stuff. Like I can spin a drumstick; it makes it look like it's spinning around on my fingers, but it's not really. But I can make
Cool.
it look like it is. Little
Mhm.
things
Yeah.
like that. On stage, I do.
I
Yeah.
dabbled in magic with a K when I was in high school.
And what's that mean, Adam?
The magic, as in like magic tricks and such, is the you can say it's like the fake version of magic, but magic with a K.
And what is magic?
the
K. Yeah.
actual-
Can you Can you tell everyone what that means with the K?
It's the basically the difference between magic tricks and real world magic. It's the kind of the classical classical witch or wizard type of thing, but actual. And
Mhm.
for example, I'm actually alive today because of a spell that I did in high school, and like I actually survived 3 times that I should have died. The first time it was I had my body had almost ran out of electrolytes, and I had blacked out and ended up fracturing the back of my skull in 3 places. In these 3 places, a very, very, very high percentage of people in similar situations die because of it, because the back of the skull there is actually very fragile, and fragments of the skull is very, very much known to squish into the brain and cause brain death and aneurysms and such. And the really interesting thing is
Squishing brains is fun.
Yes, squishing brains is fun, Igor. Yes. Did you hear?
The
Igor's
interesting
getting hungry.
thing about it is that not only did I not die because of severe fractures and bone splinters. Within 3 MRIs done in just a few hours of one another, the fractures actually mended. It should have taken far longer far longer for them to be fully mended. And so it's occurrences like this, and as well as others that really say how powerful magic with a K can actually be. And the another interesting side effect with this particular spell that I did is that for all those years, until it worn off in early 2017, I had never actually been sick. Not once.
Wow.
And so there's another occurrence that just before the spell completely worn off was that my heart had actually, well, it had been having some issues, and the essentially the in the night my heart was beating way too fast. It actually jolted me out of sleep, and then like the feeling of it actually bulging out of my chest was like that's how it felt actually, and it just kept getting faster and faster and faster, and I actually had to call the paramedics, and they showed up, and they found out that in the ambulance ride that my heart was going beyond what the monitors could actually handle, and that was 199 beats per minute. My heart was going beyond that.
Wow.
And they were basically saying, when arguing and baffled when we got into the hospital, because my heart had gone into arrhythmia because of this, and they were arguing about what they should actually be doing, because like I shouldn't be as well as I was when I actually got into the hospital. And though granted, my heart was still racing way too much. It was way too high. The blood pressure it went from was typically either 160 over 95 or 180 over 95, which is way too high. And
yeah.
So, and so
That's some pretty extreme numbers they have going for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so and this actually happened a couple of times, and each time I survived.
Mm-hmm. Now, what kind of a spell was that? Was that something that you did, or something that somebody did for you, or was it something else?
No, the spell that I speak of, I had actually performed in high school for myself. Is more of a a magic experiment, actually, to see if I could actually do magic.
Right.
Is there any way you can turn up your microphone there, Adam? I can't get you any louder. He's coming in from Discord.
Gotcha.
And there's an echo.
It is a little low. His audio's a little low.
And it's an echo too, for coming from you.
Is that any better?
Actually, it is.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
Cool. And so,
So I'm gonna have to run here soon because I got all that stuff tomorrow. But I mean, did you guys want to do a reading or a soul dive or something? I don't know what the process is, and I don't know if that's a longer process.
Yeah,
We
Adam,
can maybe
if you
get
haven't
together
done it
another
yet,
night
yeah,
or
he's
something.
waiting for it. You should do the soul dive right now, man.
Oh, really? Just well, okay, cool. I didn't know what we had to, if we had to prepare, or is this a longer process? Or...
Oh no, probably just forgot what we were doing.
Well, no, we were chatting. We were having a chat about other things. But I'm gonna have to go and let you guys, get on, with what you're gonna talk about and stuff, because I got a million things I have left to do tonight, and I've got to be at this convention tomorrow.
All right.
There's a lot of stress in your energy. I can feel.
Mm-hmm.
I got something.
Yeah.
I got something, but I'm going to wait for Adam to come up. I don't want to mess with his reading because I got something myself.
Okay.
Let him go first, and then I'll tell you after.
Done. Yeah. Yeah. I was kind of fascinated to see what we get.
Or I could just tell you now.
You can go first.
Yeah, what I got is make sure check all your equipment over really good, because something's gonna screw up. Something's gonna go mess up on stage.
All right.
And it'll piss you right off. It has something.
Yeah, that I understand.
Yeah, it has something to do with a black case you probably have 100 black cases, right? So
there's a couple of them.
It has a latch or some kind of latch mechanism that's going to screw up on you.
Good to know.
Or you'll have trouble with it.
Latch.
Anyways, that's all I got. See, I put the porn music on when I do readings.
Yeah, my song.
Yeah.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
I could do a love life reading for you after. But Adam, are you ready?
Yeah. There's an. There keeps popping up an image of a somewhat younger lady with brown hair.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I look onto the depths of your soul, there's always this girl.
It's what now? Mm-hmm.
And there's a kind of a, there seems to be like a, if I can describe it, as like a sickly feeling in your lower section of your energy, like the sections from your waist down.
Yeah, and is that in her or in me?
In you.
In her?
In you.
In you.
In me. Gotcha. A sickness or something?
Yeah. More than likely some kind of some sort of an illness. Yeah. Do you have any kind of pains at all in your wrist? There's also something there.
Well, it's not. No, I don't have a pain, but I do. I have had abdominal surgery. But I mean, it's in the past. It's older.
I don't know why we're
Yeah, I
getting
can
an
feel
echo.
that.
That's weird.
It's interesting.
That echo has nothing to do with.
Yeah, I can feel the
Go.
Mm-hmm.
the kind of the internal kind of scarring, or the leftovers.
Okay, cool. The dog's here trying to break my wires here. Started a little fight. That's it. We're gonna fight now. Oh my God! That's it. Letting all the wolves out.
Do you by any chance have a bit high cholesterol?
Pardon? I couldn't hear you with the sound effects going on. Do I have what?
Have you had your have you had your cholesterol checked lately?
Last time I did, it was good. I'm probably due for another check of that coming up very shortly.
I would suggest doing that, as you say, shortly. And
okay, good.
Okay, now
concentration of oxygen in your blood seems to be good.
Good.
What would the moon card mean if I pulled a moon card on him right now, Adam?
The moon card. It's illusion, isn't it?
The moon card is a card of change, is it not?
It's magic.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. It's magic. And it can be like mysterious, like trickery, too. Illusions.
Yeah.
But mine has a different, different pictures than other tarot decks. Mine has 3 pyramids, like the pyramids of Giza, and a big statue of Anubis.
Cool.
But there's always in every moon card. Looks like a crayfish coming out of the water. Why?
Ah. Yeah, I
why
wonder what that means. I don't know. Does that have something to do with the moon and water and the water signs?
Symbolism,
you know?
yeah.
Don't know what it is. One of the zodiac signs, isn't it? A crab? That's Cancer. So maybe that's what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Something to do with Cancer. I don't know what the crab means, but it looks to me like lunch. So you probably have crab. You probably have crab, or, like
it is. It is that
prawns
that is my sign, the Cancerian, the Moonchild.
Oh my God! Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the card I pulled. That's wicked.
Pretty cool.
That is fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your sign, Cancer.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Well, there you go. I figured it out. That was pretty good, eh?
That's it right there.
I did that on my own. I just figured that, what is that crab? And I think that might be Cancer. And then you're a Cancer. I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some real magic for you right there.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
And does that the young girl resonate with you in any way?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There you go, man. So I gave you a reading. Holy shit, that was pretty good too. I can't believe I got your sign. But anyways, what that means is you're going to do very well with your with your mysticism and everything. I think it's a good sign. I think it's really good. It fits right in with your whole theme, that card, and it's just perfect.
Totally. Yeah.
I have spoken.
Very cool.
The old witch has spoken.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't.
I
We
like
don't.
it. All right,
How do you like my reading a bit?
What was that, Adam?
Yes. Yeah, that was Adam. I couldn't make out everything you were saying, but
Yeah.
it was Adam.
But anyways, I'd like to thank you for coming on, sir. You stayed way
Thank you very much
past
for having
your
me on. We'll do
time,
this
man.
again, and chat more. This is great fun. Thanks so much for having me on.
Yeah, man. And I'm gonna put your website up on the a link to it with the show.
Awesome. Thank you.
In the chat room,
and
or
then I'll
something.
make
I'll
sure
put it
we
on
share it.
with the website. I should have done that before, but yeah, it's really easy to find. Anyone who wants to find Ron, you just Google Ron Fitzgerald, you'll find it right away. It's real easy to find. Same with Monster Castle Paranormal, real easy to find.
Cool. Perfect.
Yeah, man. So thanks a
That's
lot
good to
for
know.
coming on. Yeah, and I'm going to send you the link to the show, and my people will talk to your people, and we'll do lunch sometime.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and,
you will. Yeah.
We'll probably have eyeball, and worm soup with Igor.
Eyeball worm soup and some Bloody Marys to go with it. It'll be beautiful.
Yeah, right on. All right. And thanks again. This was Ron Fitzgerald, man. Dark. Master
everybody.
of dark realms.
Dark and sticky dreams, all.
All right.
All right. Thanks.
Okay. Are you
Okay.
okay?
Bye.
Bye for now.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks a lot. And he is walking out of the castle. He's gone. That was Ron. Rockin'. We can't call him Rockin' Ronnie. But he kind of is.
Yeah.
Well, if you see his show, there's a lot of rock in there, like wicked rock music and stuff. And so
That's pretty cool.
So that was awesome, man. So okay, now you got to tell everyone about your website, your new website.
Yeah, I do. Can you hear me well enough?
Oh yeah.
Good.
You're good. You could crank a little more if you want. I got you cranked on my end, so it's just Discord. I can't turn it up anymore. Everything's cranked max.
And I have it cranked on my end too.
Oh, it's not bad. It's strange.
Yeah. Anyway, my website is called www.dasuwattopsionics.com, and it is my psychic reading my psychic reading business website, and in it I give clients the opportunity to I give clients the opportunity to have detailed psychic readings, soul dives, and other types of readings as well, and I also will be teaching people one-on-one psionics as well.
I think you scared Ron, eh? I think you scared him a bit there with that reading, Adam.
And I will be I will also be selling my reader's favorite 5-star rated book, Path of the Scion, Ultimate Guide to Learning Psychic Abilities. And yeah, and I've actually already got 3 clients already, with many more to come. I see.
Nice.
And it's all about helping.
Okay, well, do you want to take some calls?
Sure.
Okay, well, let's open the lines up. 775-990-8447. If you wanted to talk to Adam, and he might even give you a reading. 8447. Damn. It's been so long since I've done my show, I'm starting to forget my number. I did it. I remembered it. That's right. I checked it. I had to check it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's been a while since I've been on the show.
I can't even fucking go on here. My one computer's down.
Yeah.
I've been working with one computer short here.
And when I was basically creating the basic outline for the website, I took into account that for other websites that are in the same vein, like for example, Elizabeth April's website. She offers the just the base prices, which are rather expensive, and I decided that I would do something different from that, and from basically every other psychic website, and that is that I would actually allow people to subscribe, as well as if they want. They can also do the base prices as well, which are actually which are more affordable than that of Elizabeth April's actually. And for the subscription plans, it starts out as $1 for the first 8 days. Then if the client is absolutely in love with the subscription plan, which includes the free copy of the book, as well as completely unlimited readings, as well as classes if wanted, and after the first 8 days, it goes to $29.99 a month, and that obviously still includes the access to the free book and the unlimited readings and classes. And then there's the second subscription plan that also starts out as $1 for the 8 days, and then after that, it's because it's an annual subscription. It is $350, which is actually $9.88 off, basically. It's gonna how the if I remember the math correctly, it's how it.
Oh, I'll be checking the math on that. If you rip me off, I'm done. I'll go to Elizabeth April.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And so there's the monthly and the monthly and the.
How many more charges? Come on, man. You can't charge me any more than that.
yeah, yeah, and those are basically the two subscription plans. And as for the base prices for the readings, at the lowest end, I include detailed email readings, which are for one question, which gets the it's basically a mini reading, really. For one question, it's $20 for one question, and with that one, you get a fully detailed.
What the hell is that? Oh my god!
Now look up.
Oh, it's time for commercial. I'm sorry, Adam. It's the bottom of the hour. We'll be right back.
And I'll call Rusty. Rusty! Rusty! Come on out to play, Rusty.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck in this smelly old book bag. Freddie, let me out!
How are you today, Rusty?
Fine, thanks, Freddie. Have you got a book for us today?
Oh, yes, I got a special book for you today, Rusty.
What's it called?
It's Madame Benoit's 100 Ways to Debone a Rooster.
Smacking him in the head with the book.
I was on a stakeout. The giant was restless. He hadn't eaten or slept in days.
We'll be back with the Friendly Giant, the untold story.
And for someone who likes to rock, a rocking chair.
No, Freddie, no! No, Freddie, no, please! No, please, Freddie! Freddie, we've been working together for 20 years!
Exactly, Rooster!
Freddie, no, please! Jerome! Jerome, help me!
Oh, yes, the spotted cream. Thank you for reminding me. Jerome! Jerome!
Friendly.
Hello, Jerome.
Cut his head off.
No more sore throats, Jerome. Oh, for those cats.
That was beautiful. What the hell? It missed the part where the guy in the background, he jumps up and his hand's cut off. He's like, like he's like running the puppet, but he got his hand cut off too anyway. It's really funny. It's called The Unfriendly Giant. Anyway, that was our commercial, so we're back. How do you like the commercial?
And the single question mini reading in that one, the person can order that for the $20, and for this for that particular type of reading, I connect with their energy, and I gather pertinent information that they require from their spirit guides, as well as some aspects of their soul. So it's kind of a mini soul reading as well. And and the reading is, of course, revolving around the question, which is given by the client, and yeah, I help them kind of guide their path so that they can find the peace and happiness and the abundance they want. And then there's the
Can you get me money?
Can you get me money?
That's actually that is actually a part of the quite frankly a small part of the abundance that I speak of, but that is an aspect of it.
Wow.
And when I talk about abundance, it's not just like a financial wealth of that type. It's also an abundance of happiness, of joy, of love, of abundance of everything good in your life, not just money. And so with all of these readings that I give, I really give this gift of being able to enhance people's lives and allow them to have such abundance and such a feeling of love and happiness and joy in their own lives, and then this actually allows them to create even more abundance, and well, the sky's the limit, really. And so, with the next option is the three question one, which is $50, and with that you get the three questions that you can ask, and I do the same process and connect with you, with your energy, and answer your question and light your way to a better way. And then the next tier up is the actual full readings, and for 15 minutes, which is via
Igor's got a question. He's coming up. Igor wants to ask you something.
And
hello, Mr. Adam. Mr.
Hey there,
Adam.
Igor.
Yes. How do I get rid of my headaches from when I torture people and I get the headaches, and it only goes away when I torture and electrocute people?
That's quite a dark mind you have there.
Yes, I like to dissect insects and fry them with a magnifying glass from the sun and burn the insects and watch them twist in pain as they die.
Well, there's for kind of an analog, there's from Star Wars, there's the Jedi and the Sith. And it sounds like you'd be more like the Sith in this case, and so in order to heal your headaches, you would and think of more of your gooey, dark, excessive thoughts and actions, and or you can think of all of the things that you're grateful for, all of the things you love.
But I don't like, I hate everything.
Then focus on everything you hate. Be like dust cities.
I like eyeball soup with worms.
And Calpurnium.
We got some really bad echo going on here, man. I don't know. You got it too, Igor?
Yes, master. Everything I say, echo. What is going on?
Yeah, it's not me, man. That's your end. It's your end, Adam. It's coming from. If I turn you down, it's gone. I don't hear it anymore.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Can you still hear me?
I can hear you, but when I put you on, I hear echo with it. Like I hear myself.
That's weird.
Like you have a device playing in the background. Like, turn off your device, please. You know what I mean?
Huh.
I don't understand why. Maybe we should call back through Skype to get rid of that. It's starting to get annoying. We only have 15 minutes left, though, so I can listen to myself echo for 15 minutes. Fuck it.
Alrighty.
Well, Wolfman, I don't want to listen to you anyway, so shut up.
I'm gonna beat him. Igor, fuck off. Bastard. Fucking.
Stop it, Wolfman.
I don't. Yeah, he's not gonna. He won't be back tonight.
All right.
That's it for Igor. Sorry, he pissed me off. I beat him with a chain and threw him down the stairs.
I bet he enjoyed that.
Yeah, he was smiling.
The chains.
I put a helmet on him.
That's even better.
Oh, no, nobody can say I was really like cruel or anything. I threw him down the stairs, but I put a helmet on him first.
Yep.
And he gave him a steering wheel. Because I thought that was kind of funny.
A steering wheel.
Yeah, hold on to this. Yeah. I said, okay, sit down. Put this helmet on. Okay, hold this wheel. And then I pushed him.
Doink.
Down the stairs he goes. Smiling. Of course, I put the straitjacket on him, too. So he had a hard time holding the wheel. I had to kind of just shove it in under his arm, you know.
Oh, yeah, that would work good.
No, I didn't put a straitjacket on him.
The straitjacket of total awesomeness.
Why do they call it a straitjacket? Why don't they just call it a...
Because when they're all tied up like that, they're naturally in a upright and straight position, I guess. They can't move.
Yeah, I guess it was kind of straight. Yeah. The fuck, eh? It's still they can't move their arms and fling them about or anything. You know, they're just fucked. You're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we could probably have orangutans as pets if we put them in straitjackets. You ever thought of that?
An orangutan with a straitjacket as a pet.
Yeah. Yeah. That way they can't flop around and hurt you, right?
Yeah.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, man, what's going on? It's Darren. Long time. Darren. Right on.
How's it going, buddy?
Now all we need is Marcus and Jeff the Gray.
Yeah, where are they?
I don't know.
We're getting the band back together.
Well, it's a new year.
Yep.
Yeah, I did the first poster of the year for the first big guest, and thanks to Rachel Ozzie Jarvis, gave me that guest.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has a Spreaker show too, I think. I'm not sure. Rachel Ozzie Jarvis. But she's cool. She's on Twitter. She's on Facebook. She's friends with Monster Castle. She's kind of co-producing my shows to start out with here. She's getting me guests, which is really cool because I needed the help. I needed the kick in the ass. And yeah, she's getting me good guests. And the next week, I've got this one I got myself. This is from Shift Happens. I'm going to get Gigi Rabbit back on next week.
Oh, cool.
But they're still open for another guest there because that's only one night. That's only Friday. We still have Saturday open. So if somebody has an idea, let me know. It's a new season, so we're open for guests right now. I've got Summerwind Ghost Hunters on the 20th, which is cool, really cool. This is going to be awesome. The Pyramid Guy, I still haven't got him. I could call him right now. Let's call him and see what happens.
It's kind of late, isn't it?
Yeah, he don't stay up late. That's right. He wants an early show.
Oh, and he definitely is one called right now.
Hey guys, I still have some stuff to say.
Go ahead, man, because you only got 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
And so,
but you can always, hey, Adam, don't feel rushed because you can always come on, I can start another show, or if you can always come on next week or whatever. You'll be on with me anyways.
Yeah.
But continue, and then if you can't finish, then later next time.
Alrighty. And, and so for the full readings, it starts out with the 15-minute reading, and in that one, it is 15-minute for the 15-minute reading. It is $20.
Okay, what if I want to get absolutely brainwashed so I don't remember anything? Can you do that?
I don't go into that particular type of stuff. it's not exactly morally awesome.
Okay.
Could you do it though?
It's a form of it's an insidious form of telepathy, but yes, in short.
I guess you win.
Anyway, and anyway, for each of the full type of readings, I actually do. As part of the reading, I do a guided meditation which has greatly helped all the people that have done in person with the readings, and they're so much better now too.
How do they go? Do you like put them in the relaxation state and then do a reading, or what can you expect?
What you can expect is that I do the reading first, and then and this can be a tarot reading, or a crystal reading, or a soul reading, and based on the things that I discover there, I give the client a guided meditation, which will allow them to be able to find themselves again, to find the best.
What if the customer wanted to play with themselves sexually while you were giving the reading? Would you allow that?
Well, that'd be kind of weird, but
God.
To each their own.
I think I'd charge extra.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mop floors either. Anyway.
How would you know if they're doing it?
That meditation sounds great.
Yeah, and it's when I did it in person for the first couple, it was really cool.
Do you mean a couple? You did it for a couple? Were they like doing it at the same time?
No, they were. It was a.
It's not sex.
No, it wasn't that kind of a couple. It was just a couple of people, albeit at doing the reading at the same time. But anyway, I had after giving them the reading and finding out the types of things that I could help them with via the guided meditation, I basically allowed them to get into a really relaxed state, and guided them through a customized, specifically customized for them meditation, which allowed them to find the answers within themselves, and allow them to really
explore their sexuality.
No. It allowed them to
I'm sorry, buddy.
It allowed them
Such
to
a jerk.
It allowed them to basically see the good, see the good again, see all the opportunities that they have basically right in front of them, to be able to to see these opportunities, to get to and see the abundance that lies behind these opportunities
There's only
to really
3 minutes
really get
left.
better.
I have to do you a reading. Okay, this is it. It is called Oneness. Well, I've never seen this card before. Oneness. It's like oneness with the universe, but you're with a woman. So you're centered, you have your yin and your yang, and everything around you, everything's falling into place, and you become one with the universe.
And that reminds me, I still have to do something special.
But it's showing that you're having sex with a woman while you're getting the oneness to the universe. You're having sex.
No comment.
Wolfman has sex on the mind.
Nah, not really. I just thought it just fit in. It just makes it funny.
And anyway,
but yeah, I always have sex on the mind.
I would like
Adam,
to do
quiet.
a shout out
I can't even hear my wrong head thinking.
I would like to do a shout out to my girlfriend, Lita. That's who is listening in right now, and
shout out, right on.
And she's
what's her name?
Her name is Lita.
Shout out to Lita.
Yeah.
From Castle.
Yeah, she's by far she is the love of my life. And she's the...
Have you met her yet?
Not in person. He's talking.
I have basically bilocated over to her multiple times. I have actually seen her, and I've also seen her via video calls and such, and basically all the ways. And yeah.
Music by Monster Castle, rock, and Adam Shadow and Shiloh the Relic, and the Monster Castle. No, and then Monster Rock Band. That's it. Yeah, now I remember how to say it. I almost forgot how to say it. You go ahead, Adam. Can you close for us? 26 seconds. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Say good night.
Stay tuned.
Good night, Darren. Thanks.
Good night.
Oh yeah, and Ron Fitzgerald. Thank you. We'll be back.